chapter 18. When Jesus had spoken these words, he went forth over the brook of Kidron and the disciples. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place. For oftentimes Jesus Christ exhorted Peter with his disciples. And Judas, having received the band of men and officers from the chief priests and the Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons. Jesus therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, Whom seek ye? They said unto him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground. Then asked he them again, Whom seek ye? They said, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let this go their way, that the scripture might be fulfilled. Of all thou hast given me, I have lost none. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote one of the high priest's feet, and cut off his right ear. And that servant's name was Malchus. Jesus said unto Peter, Put up thy sword into the sheath. The cup which my Father has given me, shall I not drink it? Then the officers and the captains and the band of men took Jesus and bound him and led him away to Annas first, for he was father-in-law to Caiaphas the high priest that year. Now Caiaphas was he which prophesied that it is expedient for one man to die for the people. And Simon Peter followed Jesus, and so did another disciple. And that disciple was known unto the high priest. And he went in with Jesus into the palace of the high priest. But Simon Peter stood without at the door. Then went out that other disciple, which was known to the high priest, and spake unto her that kept the door, and brought in Peter. Then said the damsel that kept the door to Peter, Art not thou also one of his disciples? He said, I am not. And the servants and the officers stood there, which had made a fire of coal, for it was cold, and they warmed themselves. And Simon Peter stood with them and warmed himself. Then the high priest asked Jesus of his disciples and of doctrine. Jesus answered and said unto him, I spake openly to the world, and I ever taught in the synagogue and the temple, where the Jews always resort. And in secret have I said nothing. Why askest thou me? Ask them which heard me what I have said unto them. Behold, they know what I said. And when he had thus spoken, one of the officers which stood by struck Jesus with the palm of his hand, saying, Answer thou the high priest so? Jesus answered him, If I have spoken evil, bear witness of the evil. But if well, why smartest thou me? Now Annas have said Jesus bound unto Caiaphas. And Simon Peter stood and warmed himself. And they said unto him, Art not thou one of this man's disciples? He denied and said, I am not. One of the servants of the high priest, being his kinsman, whose ear Peter cut off, said, Did not I see thee at the garden with him? Simon Peter again denied, and immediately the cock crowed. And they led Jesus from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment, and it was early. And they went not into the hall of judgment, lest they should be defiled, but that they might eat the Passover. And Pilate went out and said unto them, What accusation bring ye against this man? They said unto him, If you were not a malefactor, we would not have brought him up unto you. Pilate said unto them, Take ye him, and judge him according to your law. The Jews answered, It is not lawful for us to put any man to death, that the saying of Jesus might be fulfilled, signifying what death he should die. Pilate therefore entered into the judgment hall and called Jesus and said unto him, Art thou the King of the Jews? Jesus said unto him, Say thou this thing of thyself, or did another tell you deal of me? Pilate said unto him, Am I a Jew? Thy own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered him, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then will my servant fight, that I should not be delivered unto thee. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate answered said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus said unto him, Thou said that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, to bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. Pilate said unto him, What is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again into the Jews and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all. But you have a custom that you release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber,